I'm going to share with you 2 tips to enjoy eating healthy, which hopefully will help you to eat healthy foods that make you feel good more often. So, number 1 is a certain mentality. Let's think about this for a second, right? Throughout most of history, people did not have access to quality foods, right? Most agricultural societies, there have been large groups of people who could just eat like very basic foods, didn't have a varied diet, sometimes didn't have enough to eat. And then perhaps you might have a leader or a king or whatever the name of the leader is or leaders in that culture was, who could perhaps have a pretty good diet. Now, let's fast forward to modern times, right? Let's say, in some place they're eating just basic grains, whether it's wheat or barley, what have you, and that's all they could really get, just a very basic diet. Nowadays, if you're eating junk food, you might be eating like pizza or like really processed bread. Like most of our bread's really processed, or Snickers bars, whatever. And think about it, that stuff is way crappier, less nutritious, worse quality ingredients than what peasants were eating in the past, right? So if you're eating junk food, you're eating worse than like peasants or the underclass or the people who were indentured servants or worse were eating. So think about that, first of all. Now think about back in the day, maybe if you were a king or a queen, you could get foods from different areas, but nowhere near the level of today. I went to the grocery store. I was able to get mangoes, apples, eggs, chicken. These are from different areas of the world that didn't exist in the past. Like even if you were the king, you probably couldn't get like good quality mangoes and an apple in the same day because they'd be across the world. So nowadays, the healthy foods we have access to from all over the world that can be eaten for fairly cheaply. Like you can spend like $5-10 and get like some decent meat, some decent fruit, decent vegetables, a good salad. It's better than royalty or whatever the leader was could have in the past. So that first of all I find helpful. So you could look at your meals when you're eating something healthy, like wow, it's not like oh this diet that I'm doing. It's like I'm eating like a king in the past, even better. So that's number 1. Now number 2 is to think about this. By the way, make sure you subscribe to the video. I always forget to say that, so I'll say it now. Number 2 is that your taste buds change, right? So if you like ice cream now, doesn't mean you won't like fruit better later. And I find that to be exactly the case. Is that when eating junk food, it's good for a few bites and then the taste buds get kind of deadened or over time. So keep that in mind. If you keep eating healthy foods over months, your taste buds become more sensitive. It's like if you've been drinking like hot tea and your tongue is burned, or if you have a cold. I find when eating really healthy and clean, just everything clears up. Like it's like the senses are more sensitive and your taste buds just reset. So keep that in mind. That's it. Just 2 quick tips to help you enjoy eating healthy. Obviously, there are other ones like how you cook, what you make. There's recipes, but these are things that I believe I originally thought of, or I'm sure others have thought of them, but that you don't really hear around too much that I find really helpful. So, like the video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for great ideas and tips from this channel. And hey, why not leave a comment and let me know what you think of this. Have a great day or night. Take care.